Everybody.
Good morning, friends. Good morning, good morning. How is everyone today? How are you doing? Happy Wednesday. Think about that for a second there. Figure out what day it was. What day it was. Want to tell everybody what we're working on today?
Bofur.
Bofur. We've
done Bifur and Bomber.
We've done Bifur and Bomber. Okay. Good morning, good morning. How is everybody this fine morning? Let's see what we got here.
I gotta paint a hand.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it. How to draw trees. I get asked that quite a bit. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Oh, hold on.
I don't really have any secrets to it.
Yeah, look at the dog over here. Greetings from Germany. Nixie is here.
Hey, Misty.
Jet says a good night for me. What type of paper do you use?
Canson is the one that I probably use the most, and there's a link in my bio to it.
Hi, puppy girl. Our puppy Arwen has arrived. What's your favorite drawing?
Ever? I mean,
I don't know. They just said what's your favorite drawing. Ringers are rung and mods are here, says Bethany.
I don't know. I guess maybe the movie poster for Animal Crackers.
That's the favorite one that you've done. It's 4 a.m. in Hawaii. Yes, but you're in Hawaii, so that's just awesome. Let's see, we have some people here from Sweden.
Oh, that's
Hello,
cool.
I stayed home sick today, and now I'll have something to do. I love watching you drawing.
Oh, well, thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you feel better.
Scott has a tutorial on eyes.
Yes.
And please tell who we're painting today, and can you show the reference photo, please?
Yes, yeah, give me a second. This is Bofur.
We're finishing the Lord of the Rings journal, and by we, I do not mean me. I think you all know I am not the talented one of the family. What's your favorite book?
The Hobbit.
Oh, can you move it a little to the left if possible?
Oh, crap, I didn't even see. Sorry about that. How's that?
There you go, that's perfect.
That is Bofur. So,
There's the photo reference.
turn it. Let's see here.
Thank you for noticing that. Sorry about that. I should have picked up on that, but I'm reading comments and thank you. What is your favorite thing to draw?
Hair. Okay, so that is Bomber, Bofur, and Bifur. Bifur, Bofur, Bomber. And he is the last of the dwarves for me to draw.
Ellen says, good morning, the final Hobbit. Yes, indeed.
Good morning.
Ruby is babysitting. I'm from Florida.
Now it's out of focus. Come on, focus. There you go.
We've got Canada here in Quebec, and Scout says congrats on 500,000.
Did I say the last Hobbit or the last dwarf?
Yeah.
From the Hobbit, sorry.
What's your favorite color right now?
Payne's Gray.
How was your day?
Oh, it's been okay. I was editing the vitiligo video, and I just need a song, and so I'm just trying to find a song. So I didn't get it done in time to post it. But other than that, everything is good. Thank you for asking.
I'm still waking up, so the jury's still out for me. Scott gets out of bed and wakes up and he's like, it's morning, let's get at it. And I wake up and I'm like, okay, we just need to make it to the kitchen to make the tea. Once we make the tea, we can do the things. So, you could not be more different that way. Did you hear congrats on the 500,000?
Oh, no, I didn't. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm excited for this wacky hat.
It is a wacky.
Doesn't it? Yeah. Let's see. 5 p.m. in Turkey, 5 p.m. in Finland. I just came from my internship. This is the perfect time to relax. Barry says, dang, so committed to shorts format that even the stream is in portrait. Hello, your shorts have been very helpful in keeping me optimistic about art. So
thanks.
I made a drawing and used your hair technique and I loved it. It matches my art style, says Mia.
Oh, that's great. Oh, thank you, Shalom.
Sylvia says, thank you so much for your videos. I struggle a lot with colors and you helped me so much with that.
Oh, that's great.
Pancake wants to know, do you love Harry Potter too?
Yeah, of course I do.
Random Boy says, quick question, what's your drawing style?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody subscribes to like a certain school or something like that. I mean, unless you're like, I do anime, but even so, it's like, well, what kind of style of anime? I don't have a style. My art, if you look at the mosaic video, my art is just a combination of all of the different things that I grew up practicing and copying. So it's got a little bit of comic book, a little bit of Art Nouveau, a little bit of movie poster style.
What sketchbook do you use?
Generally, I'll say the Canson XL sketchbook.
But this sketchbook is not that. This is a sketchbook that was a gift from him, from someone, Paul Porosky, who made the sketchbook. So
Yeah.
this is not that Canson sketchbook. It's 11:07 here in Australia.
Ooh.
Can you make a food journal, drawing food you eat when you travel?
Oh, I'm the worst person for that because I really can't eat food when I travel. I lose weight when I travel.
Yeah, Scott deals with some stomach issues.
I know I look like Stanley Tucci, but I cannot eat like Stanley Tucci.
Oh no, he does not. Very random question. What did you eat yesterday?
Donna made chicken tacos.
Chicken tacos for dinner last night, so that was good. Have you ever been to Malaysia?
No, we have not.
I love your artwork. Love from Malaysia. Where can I get a hard graphite pencil for easy erasing?
Oh, there's a link in my bio for it. The 4H pencil that I use.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just got a message. That's all.
How do you draw grass?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I mean, there's so many ways to do it.
Oh, Vivian's from Jakarta. Do you hold your pencil in a certain way to avoid smudging?
I don't think so. I mean, who knows why I hold my pencils and pens certain ways at this point anymore. It's not, whatever it is, it's not intentional, and it's not conscious. But
Lena Marie, he has a video on Art Block. When I wake up, I'm grumpy. I feel that one. Scott, I got inspired by you and started practicing pencil sketches. Man, drawing the human nose is really hard. That's on Jonah.
It is. But once you figure it out, it's kind of fun.
Ellen says, a dwarf from The Hobbit? That's not confusing at all. I need coffee. You and me both, girl. I haven't even finished my first cup of tea yet. Honey, what's your favorite song?
Future Love Paradise by Seal.
What do you have any opinion on digital art? And if you do, please expand on that.
My opinion is I think it's wonderful, and I am envious of people who can do it so well.
What's the hardest thing you ever drew?
Probably the movie poster. I mean, I don't know if it was hard, but I put a lot of work into it.
Okay. What's your least favorite thing to draw that's not hands?
Feet.
You guys are funny. First time catching one of your live streams. Super excited. You're my favorite artist.
Thank you so much. It's very nice to meet you.
I like to watch your stream, but I have to do homework. Sorry.
Oh, well, you get your homework done.
Okay.
You're a better person than I was.
Exactly. Which wouldn't be hard because he was a terrible student.
I was.
But good for you for prioritizing your homework. God, I sound like a mother, don't I? Let's see. Have to go do some mandatory work, but so far this work in progress is on the path if watercolor is a success. Thank you for everything, your advice, your joyful personality, nice streams and artwork.
My pleasure. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for hanging out with us.
If you had to pick the artist you take inspiration from the most, who really inspired you? Who is it?
I don't know. I'd have to pick between Drew Struzan and Alphonse Mucha at this moment. But, like...
Favorite character in The Hobbit?
In The Hobbit, Bilbo.
Favorite movie and TV show?
Favorite movie's Princess Bride. Favorite TV show would be The West Wing.
How long does it take you to finish a large, full painting?
Usually a week or two.
Sorry, I spent my eye there. Whew. Hi Scott, can you please create a playlist for watercolor portrait painting? That will help me so much.
Oh, you mean, sorry, I thought you meant musical. Playlist for watercolor portrait painting. Well, I mean, there's all of them are in the art hacks, but I'll see what I could do.
MMG says hello from Valencia. We've been to Valencia.
Hey, that's where I got this bracelet.
It is indeed.
Hola.
And for all of you who've been asking, Bethany put in a link to, I think it was Bethany, to your the art hacks playlist, and specifically on art block, so you guys can check that out. Have you tried 200 and 300 pound watercolor paper?
No, 140 seems to be the thickest I've tried, I think. Well, at least that's in my sketchbook. I could go look and see what the arches paper would be.
Doing a lot of digital sketches, I find that helps me practice, but save my resources on paper and materials. I still prefer using actual paints as it interacts differently than digital art. That's Shalom.
It does, it does.
But it's nice to try different mediums,
Yeah.
which is good. Any tips for starting painting? I've stuck to sketching and shading for most of the time, and I want to change that.
Starting painting. Well, I mean, I guess it just depends on the medium, but like if you're going to be doing something like watercolor, I would say the paper is the most important thing. You want to have watercolor paper, at least, you know, just some sort of watercolor paper. And then just go light to dark. That's the biggest advice I could give you, is just to work light to dark.
You're an inspiration for me. Thanks for all of your art.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Blanca.
Thank you.
Kat says hello from Finland. Kalela says hi.
Hello.
You guys are funny. I can tell this is going to be amazing. That's Hager.
Thank you.
I love your artwork. Love from Malaysia. That's Hilarious Potato. Which, by the way, I love that name. That is hysterical. Mimi asks, how do you feel when people tell you that you're talented? Honestly, for me, I don't feel anything, but I know some people get mad since they put hours of work and say it's practice.
Oh, no. I take it all as a compliment. I don't think people say it maliciously. I think when someone gives you a compliment, take it in the manner that it was given. People don't have to be corrected all the time. So, I feel bad when people tell artists that they're talented and the artist will go and say, this is a lot of hard work and blah, blah, blah. And they're telling you that they like your work. They're telling you that, they're trying to give you a compliment. And I think you should just thank them. They're trying. Not everybody needs to be corrected. Yes, it is a lot of hard work, and most of what you see is 90% hard work and 10% talent. But I would never correct anybody on that.
Well, Bad Rhapsody's here and says, hey, y'all.
Hello.
Kush says, I watched your video once and became a fan.
Oh, thank you.
Shalom, it has a great idea. Anybody that's over in Singapore and Malaysia, if you want to get the Kickstarter, Shalom would like to split the shipping with you. That's a great idea.
Ooh.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, we are so sorry that shipping is so expensive everywhere right now.
I wish I could do something about that. I'm looking into some different shipping for Europe, which looks to be a little bit cheaper, but I cannot find any cheaper shipping for the Asian Pacific Rim area. There just isn't. We have to put it on a boat or a plane to get to you, and I'm sorry. I wish I could find something cheaper. What made you decide to share your art on the internet? Asks Lena.
I'll be honest. I just made art, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces, and it feels very, I'm trying to find the right word. It feels very self-indulgent to just make art and keep it to yourself. And it sounds very arrogant to think that your art is going to make anybody happy, but on the other hand, why else make art? It's like singing a song that no one can hear, or writing poetry that no one can read, or writing books that only you're gonna read. I think our job as artists is to share our view of the world with the rest of the world, and then we build off of each other's views, and we just keep building. I don't know to what end, but I just think it's very, again, self-indulgent to make art of any kind and not show it. Hope that makes sense.
Okay. If we could keep the comments clean, that would be great. Like, no swear words, okay, guys? Because we have people of all ages on here, and we really want to keep this nice for younger kids. And I apologize, the comments are moving really fast today, so if the mods answer for me, take it as though it's the law of the land, because they know answers to our questions. I've got 2 or 3 comments on that they want a watercolor tutorial.
There is a watercolor tutorial. There's a few in the art hacks, but if there's anything in particular,
specific questions. I do have a YouTube account. I'm on it right now.
But you don't have any videos on there, is what they're probably asking.
Yeah, I don't really do videos on YouTube, no. Here's a good one. Question for the mods. Who do you prefer, Donna or Scott? This will be great. I want everybody's answers. You're so funny. That's the one, the unknown username. That's funny. Well, we prefer you, unknown username. Hi, Scott, I love your art style. I will continue to support you. That's Andrea. Done with my morning meeting. Now it's time to tune in. Oh, and Emma's here.
Hi, Emma.
Which do you like better, drawing, inking, or painting?
Painting. I think I like the painting phase because the drawing and the inking are done by that point. The drawing and inking is the most stressful for me because I'm worried about proportions, I'm worried about the likeness, I'm worried about line weight. But the painting is just the painting.
You always have more fun with the painting.
Yeah.
They want to know what your favorite part is about drawing. Like, just what's your favorite part about drawing?
I love finishing. I do. I'm like in anticipation of seeing it finished.
Yeah, but you can really tell when Scott's enjoying a piece. Specifically, I wish you guys could see his face when he's painting. He won't let me live stream his face when he's painting.
No one wants to see my face while I'm painting.
I think it's funny because, so here's your little behind the scenes. He makes this little face with his mouth when he's drawing hair. And you know, because he gets this.
Donna says I make the. Thank you again, Shalom. Donna says I make the Zoolander, the Derek Zoolander.
Yeah, he does like blue steel or something. He's just got this face that he just absolutely loves drawing hair. So, all right, I am missing like a bazillion comments. No dude says you rock. I've started drawing again because I forgot it was fun, and they're a big fan.
Thank you. It is fun.
Scott will say the same thing. That babies are the hardest thing to draw. He'll say
oh God, yeah.
I'm not really a person who draws, but your shorts have definitely made me admire your works. Thank you for your art.
Oh, my pleasure.
Jay,
thank you.
For what it's worth, I do not draw either, but I have a travel journal, and I write in a regular journal every day.
There she is, making it all about her again.
It's always all about me. Random question, coffee or tea?
Tea.
It's always tea. Do you have to do line art / inking when working with watercolors?
No. I would say maybe only 10-20% of watercolor artists do this. This was just something that made me feel comfortable.
Blue steel or magnum? Blue steel actually is what it looks like.
El Tigre.
Nixia says, I think my brain works more like Scott and I understand Scott better, but I have more laughs and would go to jail for Donna. Oh God, that's hysterical. Emma went completely neutral. I love them both and all the other mods too. We love Emma. She's so cute. Oh, you guys are funny. Here's a good question that I think we should address. How do you deal with bad news?
I've found that getting older, everything for me has been perspective. Bingo. And so for me, it is you learn perspective. Think about how horrible the pandemic was when we first learned about it. And for the older ones of us, stuff like 9/11 and whatnot. After you've been through it, you have that perspective of we're going to get to the other side of it. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's just what comes with age. And so when you're younger, this is the first time going through something, or even, us, the pandemic happened in our 50s. So it was very scary. It was very new to us. But now something similar, well, not that we're out of it yet, but we can handle it a little better. And so I think it's just bad news. Try to look at previous bad news and try to see how you got through it and how your life moves on.
You also have to remember, unless you're talking about death or severe hospitalization, everything is pretty much get throughable, if that makes any sense. Like, there's always going to be something.
There's always hope.
There'll be a flat tire, or you won't have enough money, or
we've been through home foreclosures and food stamps and loss of family members, and it's it is that's just life.
It's not fun, but you get through it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Good morning from ATX. I know it's a great day when I start off watching your stream.
Oh, thank you.
Let me go back this way. Liam says, I do find that making art for myself is therapeutic regardless of audience. It helps me process the world.
Yes, yeah, of course.
I think you always say that too.
Well, the question was why did I go
Yeah.
online? That's why I was saying about that. I'm not in any way saying anybody else has to go online.
Hello everyone. I've come to chill while I do my music report about the Czech Republic. That's Avio.
Oh, nice.
How many art pieces / sketchbooks do you think you have?
Jeez.
Oh my
Sketchbooks,
God.
I would say maybe 40 or so. Art pieces
So
that
many.
I own or that I've made. Because if it's that I've made, it's got to be in the tens of thousands.
Oh yeah. So many. So many.
There's pieces, I'm at the point in my career where there's pieces that I will see that I totally forgot I did. But you can tell that you did it, you know? Like people will say, hey, I picked this painting up of Boba Fett that you did in 1994 for this blah, blah, oh, wow, okay.
What do you think of drawing animals with floofy hair?
I love floofy hair.
My name is Shakina and I'm 11. I take art classes and I like your videos.
Thank you. It's very nice to meet you, Shakina.
Lemon says, yesterday I purchased 2 new sketchbooks and I saw your video about the advice for young artists. I'm a young artist and I will have this beautiful advice in my mind when I sketch. Thank you for posting.
Fantastic. Thank you for telling me that.
Hi, my name's Vicky and I was wondering if you draw or drew masculine women sometimes in life. I love drawing them and was wondering if you drew some of them.
Yeah, I mean,
Or masculine women or feminine men.
Yeah. I mean, I just drew Xena. She's very masculine. And I've drawn non-binary people who are friends of mine, and I have drawn feminine men. I love the diversity in people, and I love trying to capture that.
Somebody called me angelic voice lady.
Wow.
That's cute. Hikari says, do you do commissions? And if you do you have any tips on starting selling commissions?
Yeah, I mean, we do commissions. I think the biggest thing is finding your audience. And that's why you put your work out online, is so that way you can find people who like the weird stuff that you make as well.
The Toon Bella wants you to draw a furry.
Oh gosh, I draw furries all the time. I made a movie with furries. Did you see Animal Crackers?
Honey, I think they meant like furries.
That is furry.
Furry people.
Yeah.
Like the people who dress as, okay.
You mean unless you're talking about a fursuit, like at a convention.
You're so what's your least favorite part of shading?
My least part of shading is when stuff is kind of gray. Like, it's great when stuff is very contrasty, there's good light and shadow and everything, but when stuff is kind of bland, that is not fun to do.
Piper, I am his wife, and my name is Donna. And Piper called us a dynamic duo.
Oh.
That was very cute. Your Kickstarter is doing amazing. 14K is a lot. Are we
Thank
at
you.
14?
15.
Holy macaroni.
Yeah.
You people are going to give me a lot of shipping to do. Do you prefer a more cartoony style or realistic? Mimi likes cartoony style better.
I'm trying to find something that's in between. I'm trying to get more cartoony because I come from more realistic. And I'd like to have my work be somewhere that's unique to me. So that way when you see it, you know it's me. Realism doesn't get you that.
Noelle wants an illustration tutorial about watercolor on a normal speed because they're a beginner. So maybe like a 3-minute video or something, like where you, instead of compressing it where it goes really fast.
Well, I mean,
that's
that's kind of like what the lives are.
Actually, that's true.
if you want to just go back through the lives, you can just watch me do these.
Like today's will be up as soon as we're off the live, and you can go back and you can watch from the pencil sketches all the way through, and it will be on a normal speed. But I think maybe they want a description of it.
Yeah, I will do my best. I'm just, for me, the 1 minutes work really well for me because I honestly don't have that much to say. I'm not really a teacher so much as just a fellow student like you.
Kendrick says you should try making an ASMR video. He's got plenty.
I've got a bunch of them. If you watch my travel journal ones, there's also a hair journal ASMR.
Tell Keel what texture of paper you recommend, please.
Cold press.
Do you have a music list that you listen to while you're drawing?
I do. I should put that back up. But there's a Spotify playlist that I need to kind of.
Guys, it would be easier for me to tell you where we've been than where we haven't been. The only countries we've been to are, well, I've been to Canada, the western side. We've been to London, specifically like London proper. We've been, then we took a ferry and a train 2 different times into Paris. We've been in Paris. And then we took a train down to Valencia, Spain, and that's when we've been to Valencia. And that is it, you guys. We have not been...
We went to Cancun.
Okay, we went to Cancun, that's true, for a honeymoon like 45 million years ago. But, I mean, we haven't been to Denmark, we haven't been to Italy, we haven't been to Greece, we haven't been to...
Yeah, these are places we would love to go.
Isn't the Mucha museums in Prague?
I think.
We've really got a list because of some of the museums that we want to go see with the different art. Do you have a music list that you listen to while drawing?
Yes, I answered that. I said I've got to put that up.
36 VIIC wants some tips on starting drawing and says I'm not very good.
Starting drawing. I've got a bunch of those in the art hacks about drawing. I mean, really the biggest thing you want to do is just learn to just draw everything you see. And it's not going to look good at first. It's not going to look good for a long time. But you got to keep doing it till you can start seeing the shapes.
Do you prefer drawing male or female characters?
It depends. I go back and forth. I mean, I think male characters have more contrast, have more lines in them, so that makes them kind of fun. Female characters, I love the simplicity and the design of them.
And the hair.
And the hair, yeah.
It also surprised me recently that you said you liked to draw older people because the lines in their face had character.
Yeah.
That surprised me. I mean, I guess it shouldn't have surprised me, but it kind of did. Jalen says, hey Scott, heading to the Dallas Museum of Art today and was wondering what's your favorite museum you and your wife have been to.
Well, I think our favorite museum has been the British Museum, but there's...
Don't say it, because I haven't been there. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I was going to say I'd like to go to something like the Tate in London, you know, that have some of the pre-Raphaelite and some of the stuff like John Singer Sargent and whatnot.
See, I want to go to Italy, and I want to see all the sculptures, and I want to see like the Sistine Chapel.
See, I'm not that interested in the Sistine Chapel.
Oh my God, I want to see the Sistine Chapel so bad. Do you have any advice on getting into a daily schedule of drawing? That's an interesting question.
I mean, for me, it is to give myself an assignment, like a big one. Like, I'm going to finish the sketchbook and there's 48 pages. I'm going to do this in 48 days. And then sticking to it. So I think rather than waking up each morning and going, I'm wondering what I'm going to do today, plan that out for the next month or two. Like, give yourself a bigger project to finish.
What's your favorite car?
Well, obviously the 67 Cougar.
What do you think of Alex Ross's artwork?
Oh, I love it. Love his stuff.
And here's an interesting question that we have never had to date. What is your favorite part of the Hobbit hole? That's Hager.
The window?
I think that was an interesting question.
Blow dryer.
Do you have any tips for smoother line art? I've gotten pretty good at making sketches, but I struggle with line art.
Oh gosh, I have a video on the inking, but honestly, that just comes with practice. You start to find out what things work and don't work for you, and yeah, and that's, gosh, I'm sorry, like stuff like that. I inking is something I'm still really unsure about, so I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm not qualified because there's so many wonderful, amazing inkers.
Lender says, you got me started drawing on paper again. I usually draw digitally, but this made me realize how fun it was.
Oh, fantastic. Blow dryer.
Bethany is correct, 1000%. Scott does not like working in acrylics.
No. Yes, I do like Harry Potter. There's a couple videos
Okay.
where I post Harry Potter stuff.
The Toon Bella says, I saw Animal Crackers and I thought it was really good.
Oh, thank you.
Raging Radish says, another question about watercolor, since I'm struggling with it right now. Do you wet the whole place you're painting on, or do you let it dry and layer?
Yeah, I do wet paint on dry paper. Some artists like to do wet paint on wet paper. It's just too chaotic for me. I like a little bit more control.
Out of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series, which one is your favorite book and why?
The Hobbit. It was just the first one. I never read the Lord of the Rings. I just can't get through it. I like the movies, but
How did you feel when you first started sharing your art on social media? I hope you weren't so nervous and loved it. No, he was nervous.
Yeah, you get, and and I think what's worse for me than people not liking my art is just no one seeing it. I hate that silence. I hate just posting work that I'm really happy with and no one sees it.
Do you like drawing landscapes?
Yeah, I mean, in my sketchbook I do. Like, I wouldn't like to do like big paintings of it or anything. Blow dryer.
God of Thunder says, hi Scott, I wondered why on the Philippines version of Netflix Animal Crackers wasn't available. Maybe you could ask them if they could add it, even if only for a short period of time.
Yeah, I thought the Philippines were...
I don't know, I'll check into that.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
I will check on that. Could you draw your dog if you haven't? He has drawn our dog about 1 million times.
Yeah.
Let's see. Why do some artists prefer a number 2 pencil?
Oh, a number 2 pencil is just, it's not too hard, it's not too soft. You know, it's like I use a 4H pencil for my watercolors because it's very, very light and very easy to erase. Um, a number 2 pencil is good for just sketching. If you want to do a lot of shading and blending soft, you want a softer pencil, and that would be like a 3 or 4B pencil. So it just depends on what you're doing, but a number 2 pencil is just good for just sketching, just doodling.
How do you draw textures just from looking at your reference?
I honestly, if you look, like, this is a different texture than that, that's a different texture than the hair. I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go. I can't say that I have like a plan. You know, I just go, well, this kind of looks squiggly, so I make squiggly lines.
Craft TikToks does not have any questions to ask and is a little disappointed that
Aw.
they don't have any questions to ask. So, but let me throw this out there, Craft TikToks. You have asked so many questions in so many other lives. It's okay. You can take a break.
Yeah. Blow dryer.
We took a ferry from Dover, not Brighton. What would you do if you weren't an artist?
I don't know, maybe music?
I think he'd be an accountant.
You're right.
That's because he hates accounting. How important is music to you while drawing?
I love music.
The one unknown username says, drinking tea, watching Scott, and listening to Donna speak is great.
Oh, thank
So
you.
sweet. Would you rather be a cat or a bird?
Cat.
I'd rather be a bird.
I think it's amazing, birds, but
I want to fly. I want to fly so high, and I want to see the curvature of the earth and feel the wind in my wings. I would want to be a bird. At what age did you start drawing?
around 5 or 6, or 6 or 7.
How do you practice patience as an artist? When something won't draw quite right, how do you keep yourself from becoming frustrated?
I don't.
He doesn't!
I get frustrated.
Ever!
Yeah, I mean, that's human nature. You know you can do it, and fortunately,
He comes upstairs, he lays on the couch, and he puts a blanket over his head.
yeah.
And if you think I'm kidding, I can send you a picture.
Fortunately, you know, you learn techniques to get you through it. But it's frustrating for everybody, even at my age. Blow dryer.
Why, please tell Rainbow AG Studios why The Hobbit is your favorite book.
Oh, I think it was the first book to kind of pull me in. It was like the first novel that I really read and really enjoyed, rather than like a book I had to read and I hated every minute of it. It was the first time I actually read a book, and
It kept your
yeah, I
attention.
couldn't wait to turn the page and see what happened next.
Y'all should go to Cancun again, second honeymoon.
Yeah.
You know what? We are not big on like doing that. We want to go. Life is so short. We want to go places we haven't been.
I loved Cancun. I didn't like
Yeah.
Montezuma's Revenge.
Okay, really? No one needed to know that, dear. At any rate, what's your favorite animal to draw?
I think cats are fun to draw.
Is it bad that I like to draw anime with watercolor?
Oh, it's horrible. You're a bad person.
You stop.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing bad about it.
Needed eraser satisfaction. Ren YT. If I missed your comment, I'm sorry. Put it in again, and I will get to it. Are you a fan of Warhammer?
No, I never got into it.
I've always struggled when it comes to being confident in my own art, but your videos have been such a huge inspiration. I'm very grateful to them. That's Ryuko.
Oh, thank you.
Cherry says, I love your car.
Thank you. Blow dryer.
Jerry, we have not been to that museum. What are your thoughts on granulating watercolors?
I don't really have any thoughts on that.
How many times per week or per day do you draw?
Definitely once a day. Sometimes twice.
Did y'all ever go to the Van Gogh exhibit when it was touring?
No, not really. I got to see his work in Paris.
Where did you get the travel bag, honey?
eBay.
Do you prefer drawing males or females?
Neither. I like both of them. It just depends on the photo that I'm copying or.
Would an architecture water journal sound interesting?
Yeah, it sounds very interesting.
What's your favorite piece in this Lord of the Rings sketchbook?
I think Treebeard is my favorite so far.
Just joined. How's your day been? That's Angelina.
Very good, thank you. How about you?
Recommend watercolor for a beginner.
I recommend drawing for a beginner, but if you're good at drawing, then yeah, watercolor is a good medium to start off with, or to try painting with.
Sim asks, did you find that working on video games helped expand your views on art, or just how you go about your art?
I don't think video games helped me with my art. They helped me learn about world building, and I think they probably helped me with writing more so, because I was a game designer for quite a bit. But yeah, I don't think they really helped me. It definitely didn't help me in any way with my traditional art. Blow dryer. A lot darker. Let me get the background in too.
Do you prefer a movie version of Animal Crackers or the book version?
Oh
God, you guys are funny.
I think the movie was fun.
I use black pen for the outlines. Scott is Sylvester and Dawn is Tweety. That means I win every time. Do you ever visit comedy bars? Nope. Do you find it hard to part with your old drawings? I mean, you can't keep all of them, right? Ha.
No, I don't find it hard. There's some pieces that I just don't want to get rid of, but I make so much art that, you can't keep it all.
Our ideal breakfast is tea and scones, although I would love some scrambled eggs, but I'm allergic to eggs. Do you ever get overwhelmed when people give many painting requests?
No. The requests don't bother me. It's I have a whole bunch of commissions and I've got to finish them. That starts to get a little stressful. But I never get bothered if people asking.
Do you use a different color for every layer, or sometimes the same color with more or less, or do you, like the first layers you did, were they the same color?
Yeah, sometimes I'll do I'll go over the same part twice because it just it dried lighter than I wanted it to, or not as saturated.
Simon, he has watercolored without inking.
Yeah, I have some. I think I prefer the I prefer the inks because it gives me a little bit more control. Blow dryer.
Much love from Bosnia. Have found your channel within the last few weeks, and it's inspiring, wholesome, and calming. Best wishes, and thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Are you a dog person or a cat person?
Dog person.
First time I heard you say blow dryer. This is RXVY. I thought you were talking about your favorite part of the Hobbit hole. Didn't expect an actual blow dryer. I'm startled. Hager uses a black pen for outlines. If I could be, I would be a bald eagle or a hawk. Yeah, Payne's gray is definitely one of his favorite colors. Oh no. Another question for the mods. Who would you consider Donna as? Can't say Scott's wife because I already know you're going to say that. I like to think I'm a badass. Are you a deep sleeper?
No, very, very light sleeper.
What do you do when two colors mix by accident?
You just dab it up with water, or with a paper towel. And sometimes I just let it go. Blow dryer.
Because I haven't.
Yeah, I've painted them.
I know, I just didn't know if you'd actually seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love that golden play button. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon.
Do you like the works of C.S. Lewis?
Yeah, I love the Narnia Chronicles. It was one of my favorite series.
It's just the background music is non-copyrighted, just stuff.
Lo-fi playlist on Spotify. I think it's lo-fi hip hop.
Rosie says, I swear these streams bring me so much joy.
Oh, thank you.
You're here. When you say being a popular artist is 50% luck and opportunity, what type of opportunity do you mean?
Well, as an artist, it's finding your audience. It's finding popularity online. It's finding a publisher who's willing to publish your book, or an art gallery who's willing to take a chance on you. As artists, we need benefactors. We need an audience, and sometimes that's a publisher, or getting hired to work in on a film, or whatever that opportunity is going to be. Like, say when I wanted to work on Spider-Man, I needed the editor, who for Spider-Man to give me that job, to believe in me. And that's that luck. Sometimes it has nothing to do with how qualified you are. It has to do with your style of art happens to be the same style of art that the editor likes, or they never got a chance to see it because it got lost in the mail, or there's so many things that can happen that you have no control over. And so that's why I say you can come down on yourself and saying, I'm just not good enough, I'm just not good enough, but 50% of it is right place at the right time.
You've got another congrats on 500,000 subscribers.
Oh, thank you.
We do not have a coloring book, but we've been begging him to put one together.
I have been putting
Liar, pencil.
I have been putting the inked pages for the hair journal up for free on the Discord.
Alliance or Horde?
Alliance.
That's misty. That's so funny. Do you have a favorite album cover art?
Ooh. Yeah, it's it is the 4 single covers for the Kiss albums when they went like their own solo albums.
Do you still draw every small detail of an art piece, or do you just ignore them because they're not that necessary? That's from Kurt.
Yeah, you start to find things you can imply rather than do, and that's what I'm trying to do every day, but I still sometimes just get into all of the details.
You used oil pastels, and do you like them?
Yeah, they're pretty good. I didn't use them enough to really say that I got a great feel for them, but I probably did 1 or 2 pieces with them.
Rylan got into a bad wreck, and it's been a couple days since I've drawn because I got hurt pretty bad.
Oh.
And because movement scares me. Is there any advice on how to get back into this?
I remember when I got into a motorcycle accident, I hurt my drawing hand. It sometimes just takes time for your body to heal. Don't rush it.
And also, you really need to follow your doctor's advice so that you can heal 100%. If you've hurt any part of your drawing hand or anything, you really need to follow your doctor's advice. And if they're telling you to take a break, just take a break.
Yeah.
Just so, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to. Sorry, we have to be respectful of the clock. What you don't want to do is keep drawing or keep trying to push yourself and hurt yourself even more. He worked for Atari Games. He does not like poetry, and neither do I. That's not true. There's occasionally poetry that I like, but Scott doesn't like poetry. Do you recommend going to art school and learning art things?
Only if you like being taught. Some people like myself are not good students. I went to art school. I just wasn't a good student, so I don't think I really got everything out of it.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Comic book, it's Spider-Man. Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's Captain America.
Thanks for posting your comment. I loved your video on the difference between watercolor and gouache. That was something I was doing in art college.
My pleasure. My pleasure. All right, let me do one last blow dryer. All right, I think we will call him done. Let's do a flip through and we'll see.
What is your dream project?
My series, The Dreamland Chronicles. I'd like to do that as an animated series.
Did you say who your favorite superhero was?
Yes.
Okay. Scott did a video on watercolor pencils versus watercolors. We're gonna try to do that, to go to other countries and draw what we see there. That's the goal. Do you ever add something to your painting and not end up liking it?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, we all wait for the grandfather. Have you ever tried pastel or chalk color pencils? If so, do you recommend them?
Yeah, I've done pastels and I do like them. The thing I don't like about them is that you could sneeze and it all kind of goes away. I don't like the impermanence of that. And I know you can spray fixative, but it always seems to dull it down. That said, I do like it.
And I thought we were going to get through a whole live without this question. What brand of pens do you recommend?
Oh, I love the zebra brush pens. They're waterproof, and there's a link to them in my bio.
How do you do your daily work? It just depends on what daily work you're talking about. Are you talking about writing or art, or we all have a lot of phone calls. It's just depends on what you're talking about. Would you like to share some tips about object drawing and painting?
Object drawing and painting.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I practice. That's me. I will fill up pages with just sketches, and you learn from that.
Thank you, that one unknown username, for saying happy 500. We appreciate you, and we have noticed you.
Thank you.
Consider yourself noticed. When did you start posting your art on YouTube?
Well, I have, I was dropping some of my TikToks on there from last year, but no one was seeing them. I really started to post consistently and really make an effort in February.
Paul Pix is here, and this is the last one in the journal.
Technically, I have 2 more pages left. I just don't know what to do with them.
Did you do all the dwarfs?
I did all the dwarfs. We're
reading comments today from YouTube. What memorable responses have you had to your work?
Drew Struzan, who's the famous movie poster artist, gave me a really nice compliment on my movie poster. So that meant a lot to me.
Do you have a video on thick lines versus thin lines?
There is a video, yeah. I mean,
or on inking specifically?
Yeah, there is a couple. If you go in the art hacks, there you should find some.
Fun Prop posted the Harry Potter art on your Reddit. I would like you to see it.
Okay, great. I'll take a look.
Do you draw mythical creatures like dragons and phoenixes?
Yeah.
Would you choose traditional or digital art?
I like them both, but obviously I like traditional art.
What is your art to you? Is it an escape, something you do to relax, a hobby, or a genuine career?
I think a little bit of everything.
And have you tried watercolor calligraphy?
I have not.
Let's see. Okay. Did you do all the elves?
I don't think I did all of the elves. I have, we got Arwen.
Oh, Nixia wants you to draw the ring.
The ring? Okay. We got Galadriel.
Stephanie says you could paint one of the eagles.
We got Legolas.
Well, Bad Rhapsody, that's a silly question. What wouldn't you do without? Obviously, the answer was me.
Elrond.
Notice how you completely ignored that.
I think that's it. No. I have Thranduil.
Okay, Sethish wants to know.
And Thariel.
Sethish wants to know, whenever I work with watercolor, I end up making a mess on my working table. How do you work with watercolor mess-free?
I don't think that's possible. Yeah, I mean, I got water over there and over here, and there's paint on everything.
Yes, this is the sketchbook that Paul Porosky gifted Scott.
Thank you, Shreya. Thank you, Ultimate Pack Battles.
I love how the edges are torn up. It gives it a lot of personality.
It does. It's a really, really pretty
Do you have tips on
sketchbook.
alcohol markers?
Um, I stay away from them. I use them a lot, but I have friends who did a lot of Copic marker illustrations, and they're fading. That's the thing I don't like about them is they fade. Oh, thank you, Arfa. Thank you, potato chips.
Yeah. Okay. How many pages are left, did you say?
2.
What do you guys like to do the most, singing or dancing?
Singing.
I sing really well by myself in the shower. I recently got some goat hair watercolor brushes, but I haven't tried them. Do you recommend I get a refund or what?
Yeah, probably. No, I don't think I'll customize the cover. I like it the way it is.
Absolutely love the work. Inspired me to do watercolor for the first time, and I've done 10 paintings in 2 weeks.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, no, this was a gift. This was a gift.
And actually, Bethany posted Paul Porosky's Etsy store in here.
He's making these.
He's making this. Sorry, not sorry, Paul. Now you're in trouble. Can you suggest a good fantasy adventure movie like Lord of the Rings?
A good fantasy movie?
Like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, well, The Princess Bride technically is that. If you haven't seen that.
Do you have any tips on drawing animals? Yeah, the sketchbook is a work of art for sure.
Tips on drawing animals. I've got a couple. If you look at drawing a bunny, drawing a quokka.
I love the bunny.
My favorite mythical creature, centaur.
A sketchbook like that would get me drawing again for sure. Or it would get you so nervous because it was so pretty that you wouldn't want to do anything with it.
Well, I think we're done. I'll see if I can either do the eye or the ring for the last 2. And
Paul says, thanks for the shout out as always. Making more, dyeing more covers today. May list in my Facebook instead of Etsy. Facebook is just my name. Does Donna sometimes get annoyed whenever Scott asks her to pose for the journal? Yeah, every day.
a centaur, Centaur, is a half man or woman and half horse.
Half human, of course.
Yeah.
I love to hear the props of your Swiss medical bag.
Thanks. All right, everybody.
Scott also doesn't do horror. Whoever asked for horror, he doesn't do horror.
Yeah, not much, no. No, I don't like math. Sorry, Maya.
Math. Our son walks around talking about math constantly, but...
No, the centaur is with a C.
C-E-N.
Like cat.
Yeah, T-A-U-R.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. This was really fun. I don't know why you're looking at a blank page. This was really fun. And thank you for all the kind words, and thank you for 500,000. We will see you on Friday, same time, and then
Yes.
Saturday evening.
Yes. Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time, Saturday evening at 7 p.m.
And yes, there's tips on drawing faces in my Art Hacks playlist.
Check out the Art Hacks playlist.
Yes.
And you will be able to see it there.
The mouth of Soren. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for being here, everybody.